flamboyant and spectacular, but it is also very slow. So BMW here are really in damage limitation mode, less because of the altitude and more purely because of the very, very low grip track surface. Tyre wear should not be a problem here for the front wheel drive cars. It's a very unabrasive natured track. They can burn the tyres out if they really try hard enough, but these are some of the best tin top drivers on the planet, and they are nobody's fools. Ready for race 2, round 4 of the championship. Red lights on and a very quick change. Away they go. Good start from the inside of the front row by Thiago Monteiro, and he's immediately ahead of Alain Menu. Menu is struggling as the turbos come on chat. The diesels are trying to swamp around him. So it's Monteiro that leads, and Yvan Muller, Gabriele Tarquini, Tom Coronel, Ricard Rydell and Jordi Genet. I'm not even sure I saw Larini in there. I didn't. He's been shoved out of the way by every Seat that was surrounding him. There is Larini, Prio, Farfus and Rob Huff trying to squeeze through as well. First 3, 4, 5 corners very tight here. Now they're in turn 6, around the banking, under braking into turn 7. Thiago Monteiro aiming to do in this race exactly what Jordi Genet did in race 1, which is clear off and leave the battle behind him. And the battle, as in race 1, has got a Chevrolet right in it. And in race 1, it was Genet and Larini, and history is repeating itself for Monteiro. He has got to escape Alain Menu. Absolutely must escape Menu and leave Menu then to deal with Tarquini, with Muller, with Coronel, who's now at the back of the queue. So therefore, obviously with Rydell and Genet, who've got by Tom, again the standing start. The diesels no quicker than anybody else when they drop the clutch, but when the turbo comes on boost, oh, and that was Muller having a look. Yvan Muller having a look at Gabriele Tarquini, found the door shut in his face. Monteiro's got 3 car lengths as they swing round onto the banking again. This is towards the end of the lap. Look where the safety car is. The course car is halfway round the lap behind them. Swinging out of 15 onto turn 16, brushing up towards the retaining wall on the outside. Thiago Monteiro leads by 1.0 seconds. Menu second, then Tarquini, Rydell inside Yvan Muller. He's gone by him. Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. Tarquini still third. I think Rydell fourth. Muller fifth. Genet sixth. Coronel seventh. Larini eighth. Prio ninth with Huff in behind him. So they're 9th and 10th. Huff has got by Farfus. And the Chevrolet is a better proposition here than the BMW, of that there's no question. For BMW it's survive, and I hope that something happens in front. Behind Farfus is Zanardi. Stefano D'Aste leads the independents because Pierre-Yves Courtal's petrol car was not as quick away from the standing start as the BMWs in the independents category, and we nearly caught sight of him there. So it's Monteiro, it's Huff, it's Tarquini, it is still Rydell ahead of Yvan Muller and Genet and Coronel, and the second blue car in the train, that's Larini. The last point rides in car number 6. On board with Yvan. No, we're not. This is on board with Ricard. That's Gabriele in front of us. Little just dab on the brakes there. It is on board with Yvan. Okay, take it back. So Rydell, Yvan has got back in front of him then. So really, the fact that they're all in yellow cars run by the same team is utterly immaterial. The war is between all the Seat drivers as much as it is between them and the Chevrolets and the BMWs. And the reason is simple. Nobody wants to get to Macau without a chance to win the championship. They all want to be the driver that the rest of the drivers are supporting. They all want to be the one who's got the team all the way behind them. And again, Rydell goes inside Yvan. And again, this is one of the problems of having a big multi-car team. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 turbo diesel Seats and Coronel, the Sunred car, at the back of the queue all together. And when you've got 4 teammates battling over the same piece of track as opposed to just 2, think about how many potential damaging scenarios there are. Rob Huff, fastest lap of the race, trying to get back past Farfus in the background. He has a he's got past Prio. He got past Farfus, and I thought the white BMW who was alongside was Farfus again, but it's past Priaulx for 9th. Huff is now chasing his teammate Larini for 8th, and that's really important that he latches onto the tail of Nick Larini's other Chevrolet. There he is in your shot, because if the Seats chip over each other in the front and they've still got 13 laps in which to do it, then points become available, and if Huff's in 10th, he's 2 points away, 2 places away from points. If he's in 9th, he's only 1. Further back, Courtaulds still battling against the BMWs, and I think he was alongside Stefano D'Aste or Felix Porchero, not sure, with Augusto Farfus, the Brazilian, right behind reigning world champion Andy Priaulx. And Priaulx's points this year, I'm afraid, not making very edifying reading. 5 and 8, which was an excellent weekend from 12th place on the grid. 5 points and 8 points in Brazil, but here so far it's a big fat 0. And he has won the championship, don't forget, in the last 3 years, and every year he's done that he's had at least 1, I think at least 2 in every year, possibly even 3 in some years, weekends where he has scored a duck, nothing in either racer. And again, that's very, very damaging to your points tally. But this year, with 24 races, it is so important now to really, really focus not on any long-term strategy, but on taking every point at every opportunity you can, and then dealing with the penalties that come your way, if they come your way afterwards. The Seat Armada continues. There's Rydell, behind him Genet, behind him Coronel. Don't forget, Coronel is not running with the Seat Sport factory team, as we see there Alex Zanardi in front of Jörg Müller. Coronel is run by the Sunred team. All right, it's a Spanish team. They're very closely allied to Seat, but he's been eased out by Larini. Huff goes through, Priaulx goes through. Priaulx's 9th, Huff is 8th, Larini is 7th. They're both in the points, all 3 Chevrolets in the points, because there's Menu in 2nd place. And Priaulx is 1 away from a point. How many times has he said, every race you've got to try and get anything, any point at all. He's won championships by being tied with the leader, never mind ahead. Thiago Monteiro led across the line last time by under a second, 0.979 it was. This time it's a fraction more than 1 second. He's just starting to creep again away from Alain Menu, but his job is not being made any easier, because Tarquini and Muller, 3rd and 4th, are not duffing up Menu in the way that the race leader would like. Monteiro would like to see them having a lunge at Menu on every corner, and it's simply not happening. And there goes Priaulx past Huff. Priaulx in the points. Porchero has got the fastest lap of the race in his BMW. As we ride with Rob Huff, he's back behind Andy Priaulx. That was the number 1 on the BMW. Oh, and a big lock up there. Even as we speak from Tarquini about him not having a go at Alain Menu. It's not that he's not having a go, it's just that Menu is being very, very savvy. Priaulx back up in the points. He's got by Huff, and Huff's in trouble. Here comes Coronel. Huffy ran wide, picked up a bit of muck, drifted out wide, and offline this track is ultra slippy. It's very slippy online. It's like slick ice offline. It's highly polished, and the dust and the marbles make it any mistake highly exaggerated. So Huff has now dropped back 1, 2, 3 places from the tail of Nicola Larini, and Priaulx is in the points for the first time this weekend. Listen to the tyre squeal and see Coronel slide again there. That's your race leader trying to keep things neat and tidy. He better not doze off like Genet did, because he won't have another Seat behind him. He'll have Menu, or will he? Looking back from Tarquini, there's Ivan Muller, there's Ricard Rydell in the middle of the shot. Muller closest to us, Rydell behind him, Genet behind him. Then Larini in 7th, Priaulx in 8th, Coronel in 9th, Huff in 10th, although with Coronel sliding I think that might well have changed. Great unhurried onboard sounds, aren't they, as we ride with Ivan Muller. Larini 7th, Coronel is in 9th place. Well, he was at the line. Has Huff had a chance to have a go? Rydell now the fastest lap, and there's Tarquini inside Menu. Tarquini makes his move for 2nd. Can he get through? Yes, he can. Can he hold it under braking? Yes, he can. Menu's down to 3rd. Rydell right on the tail of Ivan Muller. Now with 5 laps completed. They're on lap 6 of 16. There's a very long way still to go for pole sitter Alan Menu. It's taken them 6 laps to rob him of 2 places. The first was done in the first couple of 100 metres, and Thiago Monteiro is still not escaping, but he was 2/10 quicker than Menu on the previous lap. Now he's got trouble because it's the championship leader, Gabriele Tarquini. How much would the former Italian and former British touring car champion love to be a world champion? Look how happy he was to win on his birthday in his 40s in Brazil. How happy would he be to be a world champion at his given sport of touring cars at this age? Of course, an ex-Formula 1 driver, as Nick Larini was. And the name I associate with Gabriele, for reasons I'm not sure, is Fond Metal. And if you've never heard of them, then that probably tells you all you need to know about the sort of cars that Gabriele got during his brief sojourn in Formula 1. But he's been an exceptionally gifted and amiable and quick racer in touring cars. Gabriele Tarquini now up to 2nd. Menu there in 3rd. The blue Chevrolet with Ivan Muller, Ricard Rydell and Jordi Genet. Those 3 Seats behind. And Ivan sweeping around the outside as they come onto the banking. He's thinking that he's got enough straight line grunt to go around the outside of Menu. I tell you what.